Screen from Ergin Ataman. So it's going to be Oriola and Sanley for the opening tip. And it is kept in just by Vasilije Micic. Here's Simon on the perimeter. Gets away from Martinez, dumps it off to Sanley. Gets the offensive rebound after missing, and he'll have another attempt to shoot over Oriola, but that's an air ball. Good, strong, solid defense from Barcelona there on the opening possession, and that is their trademark. Efes with an early indication of the kind of defensive resistance they're going to have to overcome. Oriola on the perimeter, hands off to Corey Higgins, weaving his way in. Can't get it to go. Oriola can't grab the offensive rebound or get the tip in. So both teams fail on the opening possession. And Simon. Micic takes on the three. And he gets a bit of a lucky bounce to open the scoring. That's one area of his game that's not been great this season. Micic, 32% from beyond the arc, but he gets his first to go there. Oh, lovely between Oriola and Mirotic. Oriola got 3 assists last week for Barca in their win at Olympiacos, and finding Nikola Mirotic. As now it's worked to the corner for Morman, who is a good three-point shooter, but he's got Mirotic in his face, so looks to post up instead. And he spins away from Mirotic very smoothly there. Adrian Morman. And finishing with the reverse layup. Good start from him as Sergi Martinez for Oriola, but the whistle is blown. And the foul is on Martinez. It's an offensive foul, the charge. So, good defense from Merman following his good offense. Micic to Rodi Bobois. Sanley, Simon looking to penetrate off the glass, no good. And Martinez in transition now. Mirotic back for Kalafis, who's been kept quiet so far. Now he's got a switch onto Merman. And he'll drive inside, look to hand it off, but couldn't find a route through. And here's Micic, no-look pass, Bobois misses the layup, open layup for Bobois. What a wasted opportunity for Efes. Kalafis also misses. Mirotic with the rebound, but can't get it to go. Offense is struggling, especially Barca's in the opening minutes. Nearly 3 minutes played. They have only 1 score so far. Here's Micic finding his way through. He is so physical. One of the biggest point guards in the competition, if not the biggest, Micic, and he's so strong as well. Up to 5 points. Mirotic is going to take on the 3, and he's going to make it. 5 points for Mirotic as well. Mirotic 5, Micic 5. Mirotic, the only player to score for Barca so far. As Simon now for Sanley, held up by Oriola, but was able to finish. Again, good penetration from Efes. Simon that time. After Micic did it the previous possession. Mirotic spins away from Merman, but Sanley was helping. On to Higgins, 5 seconds on the shot clock, and he's fouled by Bobois. That's the first foul conceded by Efes so far. And another whistle now, and that I think is on Merman off the ball, who was tangling with Mirotic. who hit that three-pointer a couple of minutes ago. He might try another now. He does. And he makes that one too. Nikola Mirotic is hot, hot, hot. Nothing new there. 8 points in 4 minutes, and it's just as well because no one else has scored for the home team. Merman to Misic on the crossover. Fakes the pass and then a classy finish from Vasilije Misic. So trying to keep pace with Merman. Shane Larkin, and a reminder, on the bench from the beginning is Kalathis. Kicks it out for Higgins. Oriola coming to set the screen and now rolls, but Higgins doesn't need him. Well, he does in the end for the tip-in. Higgins was able to get the shot off, but couldn't get it to drop. Oriola followed it up. And finally, Barca have someone other than Nikola Mirotic on the scoreboard. Here's a floater from Bobois that he gets to go off the backboard. Efes finding flow on offense now after a slow start. Kalathis going for three, can't get it. Nowhere near. Midway through the first quarter. Here's Simon. Lays it off for Sanley, who finishes well inside, very much justifying the start that he was given by Ergin Ataman today. 4 points, 2 rebounds for Sertaç Sanley. Here's Corey Higgins trying to get through again, and their foul is on the defender. It's on Misic. Higgins that time was able to finish, and he'll have the chance to add one now. Efes were hoping for the charge to be called against Higgins, but it was not. And so Higgins gets his first point. He'll have a chance for the three-point play after the timeout. Let's take a look forward to a game you may want to check out.
What a shot. And it's hung to the hoop where Jalen Reynolds created it. Rejected on the way up. Three-point shot goes down. Bayern who are enjoying it on the bench.
That'll be one of the highlights when we come back next week. Not next week, next game round. In 2 weeks, there is a bye week next week for the domestic cups. And so these are the fixtures when we return. Asvel and Bayern going head-to-head. One of them, Asvel, making a charge in recent weeks. Maybe too late for them to get in the playoff picture, but they're certainly in good form. And Bayern battling not just for the playoffs, but for the top 4. We see Merman in conversation with the officials. The FS players back out there, and no changes in personnel yet, so no Shane Larkin still. Will he play at all is the question. For Barca, Adam Hanger is in for Nick Kalathis, and Brandon Davies as well coming in for Pierre Oriola. So a couple of changes from Šarūnas Jasikevičius. FS with the same 5, with a 2-point lead. Simon, Bobois. Back for Kruno Simon. Sanley falling away, gets it to drop. It's going smoothly for Sertaç Sanley at the moment, and also for Efes with that inside penetration. It's a very, very clear tactic. They've had 11 two-point attempts and only 1 three-pointer so far. They've made 7 as well, as the call is traveling against Corey Higgins. Well, that is quite a remarkable stat. 6 minutes in, Efes have only tried 1 three-pointer, 11 two-pointers. Very much focusing on attacking Barca right up the middle. 3 assists already for Simon, who's been leading that. As Beaubois takes on the long two this time and made it look easy. Just, okay, I'll bounce the ball a couple of times and I'll shoot and it will go in. No problem. And a 6-point lead for Efes. It's Corey Higgins. Gets it back from Martinez, and now Adam Hanger. Mid-range jumper's good from Hanger. And the foul as well on Sanley. And I think that was because he didn't allow Adam Hanger enough space to land. He didn't get out of his way, and that, you may recall from Real Madrid's game last week, JC Carroll was injured in exactly that way, taking on a jump shot and landing on an opponent. So it's something that officials are looking out for this week. Hanger missing the added on point though. Here's Beaubois. For once pass to get the stop. They need a few more of those. Look at the scoreboard, 19 points for Efes in 7 minutes. Higgins falling away, can't. And there's a foul on Davies on the rebound, pushing off on his opponent. And we'll see the replay there. There's the arm in the back of Sanley. 2 more changes for Barcelona. No, just 1 for now. Higgins was heading to the sideline as well, but he's going to stay out there. It is Martinez who goes to the bench, and Kyle Kuric, the 3-point expert, into the action. Good defender as well, Kuric. Beaubois. Still no changes to the starting 5 for Efes as Simon misses the 3. And Hanger with the rebound. Slows it down. Mirotic comes to the perimeter, goes inside, met by Sanley, and he disturbed the shot well. Now Misic will drive, trying to get away from Hanger with the crossover behind the back, and now bursts through, fakes the pass, and is fouled. The basket doesn't count because it was tipped in. Misic instead will have free throws. Davies doesn't see what the foul was whistled for, but that's his second, so he's going to have to go to the bench. And look, there was the tip-in following it in, which is why it doesn't count. And Davies replaced by Artem Pustovoy. And Sharon Jasikovic just not too happy with him either. Misic then to the line. It'll be the first free throw of the night for Efes. And he misses it. And we see he's just below 80% for the season. And he makes it a 5-point game with the second. And still no rotation. No, we do see Shane Larkin has checked into the game, bottom right, guarding Kyle Kuric. As Higgins now finds Hanger. He's going to take on the 3. Quick 3 from Adam Hanger. That's not something he is particularly known for, but he gets that to go. Back to a 2-point game. So Shane Larkin into the action for the first time, replacing Simon. Merman's going to take on the 3. Long on the shot. They've got away from the inside penetration that they found so well in the opening minutes. Barca looking to get back level. Mirotic falling away, no good. Misic pushing. It's 2-on-1 break. Merman easy finish after Misic timed the pass well to cut out Kyle Kuric. And Merman on the mark again. Pustovoy. Kuric wanted the 3, but The whistle blown now for the offensive foul. I think it's on Pustovoy. Who was getting in the way of Shane Larkin. Bit of a size difference between the two of them. And both teams up to 4 fouls now, with a minute to play in the quarter. Mirotic to the bench. Roland Smits comes in. Chris Singleton appears for Efes as Beaubois. He has found his form today very quickly. Hits the 3. He's 3 of 4 from long range now. And Coach Jasikavičius calls for the timeout. Great screen set by Sanley to create the space for Beaubois, and Efes with a quick flurry. 5 points in a hurry, have the 7-point lead.
Nick, Micic, party. Who? Here now, you know the offense. Jump him and be tough. Don't let him out. Want me to change the defense? I change the defense. But this is not the point. They scored 25 points. We barely go into the bonus. I don't see one player making the contact. Offensively, all you want is the first option. Nico, we said to you, they will close you the middle. Prepare high, spin, then 5 will come. 5 position, then go middle, and shoot it in the corner. Offense, 5, 4, Kyle, Adam, and Corey. All right? Roland, you go. Kyle, run in and take handoff. Artyom, find Kyle. Go, like yesterday.
Let's go find Kyle. No-nonsense team talk from Sarunas Jasikavičius, and we know what's coming up. We've had that insight. The microphone in the huddle. Let's see if they can find Kyle and get that aggression on defense that he was looking for as well. 25 points. His hanger driving through, followed up by Pustovoy. A simple put back for the big man. His first points on his first shot. Larkin hasn't attempted a shot yet. He will now, though, from the foul line after he is fouled by Corey Higgins, which is second. No, it's his first, excuse me. And James Anderson will check in for Roddy Beaubois. Still Micic and Sanley out there, so they've played every second so far, as has Higgins for Barca. And Larkin is up and running from the foul line, a player who always plays well against Barca, average of 20 points per game against them. 5 MVP of the league awards after games against Barca. And he's made the lead 7 now. There's a 1 second difference between shot and game clock. Higgins met by Anderson, who got a hand on the ball to block the shot, but he got contact with the man first, so Higgins will go to the foul line. He took that on with still 7 seconds on the game clock, so there will be plenty of time for Efes to set their next possession. And with that in mind, back comes Roddy Beaubois, a player who has been very smooth with his shooting so far for Barcelona. Oriola back in for Pustovoy. Sergi Martinez waiting as well, potentially to replace Higgins after the free throws. But Efes, with 7 seconds to go, looking at potentially a 30-point quarter to open up here. And it is Higgins heading to the bench now as Sergi Martinez comes into the game. Hanger guarding Larkin. Martinez guarding Misic. Larkin is going to go all the way himself. Dumps it out to Bourbois, but no time to get the shot away. The timing was off there. So no chance to Efes to get to that 30-point mark, but they'll be pretty satisfied with 27, won't they? Against this league best defense. It is Efes leading by 5. Look back at the first quarter highlights. It was all Nikola Mirotic for Barca. Early on, he scored the first 8 points for his team, but he was beaten at the other end by Adrian Merman. And we saw Efes really attacking inside. 11 of their first 12 shots were 2-pointers. Since then, they have gone from deep a little more. But it's been a very good opening to the game from Efes. They haven't even needed a field goal from Shane Larkin to establish the lead. Barca found some rhythm towards the end of the quarter as well, so both offenses moving well. But bottom of the screen, one stat that is key: turnovers. Only one of them from Efes, 5 from Barca so far. Shooting percentages are very, very similar. Efes have been better inside, and that is why they lead. Misic was the best player in the quarter, a PIR of 10. He's made all 3 of his field goal attempts so far, 2 inside and 1 from beyond the arc. Also has 1 assist and 1 rebound to his name, and a steal. 8 points, 10 PIR. And here's Bryant Dunstan checking into the contest for the first time after an excellent contribution in the first quarter from Sertaj Stanley, who only averages 9 minutes 54 per game this season. But he played the whole of the first quarter to already surpass that. So for Efes, Larkin, Misic, Simon, Singleton, Dunstan. For Barca, here's Leo Vesterman in the game for the first time, with Hanger, Kuric, Smits and Pustovoy. Brandon Davis, remember, on 2 fouls. They found Kyle, It's what the coach wanted, and he delivers. Of course, it's automatic. You give Kyle Kuric any kind of space to hit a 3-pointer and he'll make it. More than 60% for the season. Here's Dunstan attacking inside. He was met by Pustovoy, and a fierce battle for the loose ball, ending up with Smits, who finds Hanger. And Barca can tie it up here or go ahead even. But good defense from Larkin, who quickly turns defense into offense, and he's fouled by Smits as he tries to slice through the middle. He is so quick, Shane Larkin. We saw that speed at both ends there. First, the defense to get the ball off Hanger. He is one of the best in the business at that. Averages 1.7 steals per game. And I think a technical foul has been called here. And perhaps even double technical on both coaches. It's Jasikovic who's the unhappier of the two. Ataman is sitting down very calmly. But what they're reviewing is whether this should be unsportsmanlike. Did Smits, A, make a play for the ball? And did he use excessive force? There's the steal by Larkin. And then Smits with the hard foul. for sure it is a foul on Smits. It's the first of the second quarter. It won't be free throws. It's just a normal foul, so Efes will inbounds with Misic. Larkin. Again against Smits. And Misic from the free throw line continues his perfect shooting night, up to double figures in the game. Just to confirm, there was a double technical there on both coaches. So they'll have to mind their words for the rest of the game, or they'll be watching from the locker room. Smits getting away from Singleton. Can't quite get the shot to drop. He'll have free throws as the whistle is blown. Fouled in the act of shooting by the former Barca player, Chris Singleton. Making his 184th consecutive appearance tonight. That is now the second best streak in Euroleague history. Smits can't make the first free throw count. Well, the second he does. Around an 80% shooter for the season. Misic guarded by Vesterman. Dunstan for Larkin. Now takes on the shot and makes it. Shane Larkin again, hurting Barca from deep. Scored 23 points when Efes beat Barca a couple of months ago. Averages 20 points against them. That's his first shot today. First field goal, and he makes it. Smits to Pustovoy. Mid-range shot is up from him. That's longer than his normal range. And Efes push is Misic. Barca got back quickly to stop the transition offense of Efes, who still have 10 seconds on the shot clock, but the foul is on Vesterman as Misic drove inside. And this Efes offense continuing to move well. Kalathis and Oriola back in, with Hanger and Pustovoy going to the bench. Simon to Misic. Inside to Dunstan, will post up on Oriola, and it won't drop, but he will have free throws. Very similar to the attempt by Smits at the other end a couple of minutes ago. There's a lot of chatter on the court, a lot of serious faces, a lot of questioning of officials. This is being played with playoff type intensity, this one. Of course, it would be no surprise to anyone to see this matchup repeated later in the season, either in the playoffs or in the Final Four. Bryant Dunstan, not a great free throw shooter, but he made the first. Misses the second. Smits grabs it and gives it to Kalathis. Efes have stretched up to a 7-point lead again. Kuric gives it back to Kalathis. Looking for Kuric in the corner. On Dunstan, he liked that. And that's why it was a long two this time, but he just pretended it was a three-pointer, and therefore he's never going to miss it. Singleton going to take on the three at the other end, and he's going to make it. Well found as well by Larkin, his first assist. And Larkin showing no ill effects of the injury that he picked up at the weekend. Quick alley-oop from Barca as Kalathis finds Kuric. And it's an offensive shootout still. Long may that last. Vesterman nearly got the steal there, but Misic with the fake and going through to score. Vasilija Misic, 5 of 5 from the field now, 12 points. What a game he's having. Well, we talk about Larkin all the time, but Misic deserves a lot of recognition as well. And foul whistled on Larkin here as he tried to stay with Kuric. Does work very hard defensively, Larkin. Here's the alley-oop layup that caught Efes by surprise on the previous possession. Kuric again with the long two. He's very quickly jumped up to 7 points. Has the ball in his hands again now. Tough pass to Oriola, who can't take it. 8-point lead for Efes. Can they make it double digits with this possession? Simon will penetrate. Kicks out to Larkin. There was a hand on it from Kuric. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. Larkin on the dribble. It got away from him, but fell kindly to Singleton, who looks for the bank shot. No good. Can't get the rebound either. Barcelona ball. But Efes' shooting percentages are outstanding. 11 of 18 for 2, 4 of 6 for 3. 38 points with only 14 minutes played. Misic gets a break and James Anderson returns. Kuric for Oriola, on for Smits. Nice hook finish from Roland Smits. Nothing wrong with Barca's offense either. Larkin, got it by Kalafis. Escapes him to find Anderson. Now Singleton will take on another three, and that time he is fouled by Smits in the act of shooting. That'll be his second, so he is going to go to the bench. See the contact here, just on the elbow. So Mirotic returns, Smits goes out. And so we have in the game right now Nikola Mirotic, Nick Kalathis, Shane Larkin, Bryant Dunstan, to name just 4. Talent dripping throughout these rosters. Superstars on show tonight. And you can tell with the seriousness with which the players are playing that they know this game means a lot, not just in terms of who adds one more to their win column, but in the increasing rivalry between the teams and the potential for them to play again later in the season. This is a big, big game. Leads up to 9, the highest it has been so far. Vesterman dishes off to Oriola, who goes through Larkin to finish. The press from Barca, trying to trap Simon. He's good enough to escape it. And Larkin, he's going to take on another 3. Misses it. The rebound is recycled, though, to Simon. Dunstan setting the screen and rolling to the basket and kicking it for Singleton. Another 3-point shot from Chris Singleton, and he's made it. That's 3 he's taken on now. One of them doesn't go on the stat sheet because he was fouled, so he added the free throws. The other 2 he's made, and he has given Efes that now a double-digit lead that they've been threatening for a while. Now they've got it. 4.5 to play in the opening half. What about this Efes offense? 44 points in 15.5 minutes. Let's listen to Ergen Ataman.
In this side pick and roll. So, Brian, stay on the second level. So this, we have 3 players on the weak side. Okay, so jump.
Yo, next you gotta jump, yo.
If there is a back pick here, this player make bump in that situation. Protect to make bump. When there is a side pick and roll like fist down, okay, this player make bump. Brian is that, and weak side player involved. Listen, in offense, they start to make trap. Okay, so be smart. Good pick. Anyway, you make good pick and short throw and rotate the ball. Rotate the ball or the short roll or to do immediately to the pass, he will pass the ball to the. Okay.
If I may draw your attention to a statistic, turnovers, Efes won just one turnover in a quarter and a half, and that speaks volumes about the efficiency with which the Turkish team are playing today and the problems that Barca are having in stopping them. Barca need a big few minutes here before half-time. Brandon Davies has returned, and he is battling for the offensive rebound after the miss by Kalathis, but he cannot grab it. And Larkin with the bounce pass, and that's called the commentator's curse just after I praise Efes for looking after the ball and not turning it over. What's going to happen on the next possession? Obviously, turnover, as we see there, just their second. And there's a whistle now on Anderson as he was grappling with Kuric on the baseline. Vesterman replaced by Higgins. There was the contact from Anderson. His second. The first FS player to move to 2 fouls. He's being left in the game for now. He's still trying to guard Karl Kuric. There's a tough pass made by Kalathis in the end. Davies caught it under duress from Dunstan. Now Higgins. Davies up against Dunstan again. Spins out for Kalathis in the corner. Beats the buzzer with the 3. Well, it wasn't exactly the most convincing possession, but it ended well for Barca. Kalathis just getting the shot away and getting his first points of the night. Larkin crossing over. Simon for Singleton, who's hot from outside. He's going for the mid-range shot this time. That's no good. And Mirotic with the rebound, and then the foul. Simon stopping the fast break. Kalathis asking for an unsportsmanlike. There was never any doubt what Simon was going to try to do there. And Simon is checking out, understandably, looking pretty tired. He's played nearly every minute so far. But he and Dunstan to the bench. Sanli coming back in with Misic. There's Mirotic getting the shot away. Foul by Sanli, his second. They are in the bonus, so irrespective of whether it was adjudged to be a shooting foul, he will get free throws. Now Roddy Beaubois returns in place of Anderson. Beaubois had an excellent first quarter, 7 points, 3 of 4 field goal attempts. Mirotic missing the free throw. Well, he had a great start, Mirotic, but he's been quiet since then. He scored the first 8 points for Barca, but he's not scored any of them since. Normally a good free throw shooter. And he starts another streak there. Barcelona get it back to 6. It was 10 not long ago. Efes haven't scored since then. Beaubois. On the dribble, looking for the pass. Sanli doesn't want to shoot from there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Beaubois, oh, lovely feed, and an easy, emphatic dunk thrown down by Chris Singleton, who did that like he meant it. And he jumps up to 11 points now. Second highest scorer in the game behind Misic, who's on 12, as a whistle off the ball as Davies goes to ground. As Beaubois feeding Singleton at one end, but then at the other, Beaubois whistled for the foul. His second. And Davies, who's been very quiet so far tonight because he picked up 2 quick fouls, will have a chance to score his first points. He's not taken on a shot yet. Only had 4 minutes in the game. all of those numbers will jump up as time goes on. Adam Hanger ready to return. And Davies gets both, and it's going to be Kuric who checks out for the return of Adam Hanger. Very thoughtful looking Edgar Ataman tonight. We often see him barking instructions, but he's been, apart from the time he picked up a technical, he's been very understated so far. His team have been moving well. 46 points, 2.5 to go in the first half. Larkin able to find Misic. 5 on the shot clock. Misic up against Kalafis. Goes baseline, loses it. Davies gives it away straight to Singleton, who can't finish, took on the instant shot. Barca in transition, what a pass! But Hanger cannot finish after Kalafis released him. Now Beaubois, good defense from Higgins, getting in the way to prevent it from reaching Misic, who would have had an open shot in the corner. This was the feed from Kalafis to Hanger, arriving at full speed, but just ran out of room, didn't he? Jammed the ball against the backboard. Misic. Larkin in the right corner, Beaubois in the left. Singleton on the angle, goes for another three, doesn't get it. Hanger rebounds. Oh, it's given away. Larkin was on that one. And Misic will have the finish off the glass. Used his left hand to create the angle for the shot, punishing the turnover. Misic continuing to impress. Here's Higgins. Nice pass. Found Davies for the easy layup. Barca staying close. Double team on Misic. He's able to just escape it. Hanger was jumping in, trying to get the steal, but it reached Sanlek. The minute to play in the first half. Very dynamic game so far. Misic flicks the pass back for Sanlek, who takes on the three, but he can't make it. Kalafis for the quick pass down court, and it's finished by Mirotic. And we will catch our breath as the timeout is called. Great recognition by Kalafis. His fourth assist, finding Mirotic, who goes to double figures, 44 to 48. What a fast-paced, thrilling first half it has been. And we've got 48 seconds of it left. It's been a spectacular first half from this man, Vasilije Misic, who has missed 1 shot out of 7 so far. That was his 1 3-pointer, but we've more regularly seen him doing this. Driving inside, using that big body of his. And he's got such great control as well. He's a very keen skier, that's his hobby. And you can sort of see that the way he drives to the basket. It's like he's slaloming down slope, keeping his balance. And he has been very much on his game tonight. 14 points from Misic, 2 assists as well. And he has a PIR of 16, which is the highest in the game, as you would expect with those shooting stats. So, Efes, 48 seconds, 48 points. Need another basket to reach the half-century before the break. They've got Misic, Larkin, Beaubois, Merman, and Singleton. Larkin gets it back from Singleton. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lovely pass from Larkin. Bulleted that through for Singleton to have the easy finish. And Chris Singleton couldn't miss that one after he was found by the laser-like assist from Larkin. Last possession then of the half will be Barca's. Davies spinning and gets the reverse layup with the foul. That is Spectacular body control by Brandon Davies. Off balance with the contact. As he span there and leapt, took the contact from Merman, and still was able to get it to drop. That is sensational from Brandon Davies. And he will go to the line now as well then, as Merman was whistled for the second foul. There are 4 FS players on 2 fouls now. 2 Barca players, no one on more than that. Davies makes the 3-point play, and there will be a timeout for FS to plan their final play. Ergin Ataman still stony-faced, full of composure. The FS coach. Shane Larkin has been relatively quiet. Remember, he didn't play until right at the end of the first quarter. Has 5 points. He's only attempted 2 shots so far. He has, though, made 3 steals. Has got a PIR of 11, despite only taking on the 2 shots. A couple of assists for Larkin. Let's listen in.
You make the baseline here. Shane and Roddy is that. So, Roddy, you go to pick to Shane. And Shane will cut. If we pass the ball, Douche, you are there. The next option is that Douche keep the ball. So if nobody can keep the ball here, if we can pass the ball here to Shane, we give the ball to Douche. And Chris, you are there. Douche will attack for the. You can go direct to score. If we give the ball to Shane, Douche is there. Shane will attack. Directly will attack. Chris is there. You are there. We open space. 8 seconds is enough time for the offense. Okay, so if we can't give to nobody, Douche will give the ball, then you can attack. Okay,
Well, the play drawn up with precision by Ergin Ataman. We're going to see it in the hands of Dorush Balba, who's stepping into the game for the first time. And this is with that, as he steps onto the floor, his 200th Euroleague appearance. So congratulations to Dorush Balba for reaching that milestone. Misic is going to drive and go all the way, and the whistle blown. They want it to count. I think they're going to have to settle for the free throws. A huddle of the officials. Well, that came off the rim before it was swatted away, so it was a live ball. So no, they have given the basket. It is ruled as basket interference. Well, it has been given, so it'll be a 3-point play chance for Misic to end what has been a stunning first half from him. This will be 17 points if he makes it. He's one of 2 of his trips to the line tonight. And then Barca will have 2 seconds. He does make it, so now what can Barca do? Kalathis, who can he find? Looking for Mirotic is Davies, who's going to have to shoot from mid-court. Oh! Brandon Davies! Well, we don't see him take on many 3-point shots at all. Never mind from that range, but Kalathis found him, and then on the buzzer, he heaved it in off the backboard, taking both teams to the half-century mark at half-time. I think he enjoyed that one. And what a first half it has been. 50. But it's going to be Larkin, Misic, Simon, Singleton, and Sanlik. For Barca, it is Kalafis, Higgins, Kuric, Mirotic and Davies. Here's Higgins, mid-range, pulls up, no good. He's had a pretty quiet game so far, Corey Higgins. Only 1 of 5 two-point attempts made. Barca trying to press there. Misic was able to escape it. And Shane Larkin now on the dribble. Kicks it out. Singleton for 3. No good. It rattles out. Is that going to be a sign that Efes are not going to make the shots in the same way? Davies just runs straight at them. No one came out to meet him, so he said, OK, I'll just shoot then. And it's back to a 1-point game. Davies getting the last points of the second, for the first half and the first points of the second. Misic for Larkin. Hands it off. Stanley met at the rim, had it blocked. I think it was Higgins. Stanley's handling wasn't clean. And now there's a whistle on Misic at the other end, which will be his second foul. Barca have never been ahead in this game, and I thought they were going to be as Karl Kuric wound up for a three-point strike, but he misses it for once. So Efes do stay in front. I want to get the offense moving again. After 2 possessions without a score. Here's Misic, it's 3 possessions without a score. He was half blocked by Mirotic. Kalafis in transition. He moves out now to the perimeter as Davies comes to set the screen. Kalafis nearly lost it. He's still got 10 seconds. And as he was heading out of bounds, he turns the ball over with the hasty pass away. Larkin to Misic for 3, off the mark again. Singleton gets the offensive rebound. Larkin takes on the 3 and he makes it. So what do you do if you're Efes and you can't score? Give it to Shane Larkin. There you are. That will soon deal with that. Get the points flowing again. First score of the half for Efes. Higgins now. Davies inside for Mirotic, who takes the contact from Larkin and scores. And 1 from Nikola Mirotic. Has waited for the contact to come. Leaned in a little bit maybe towards Larkin to make sure that it would. Let's look at him there. Yeah, go on, touch me, and then I'll shoot. Because obviously Mirotic, a lot bigger, stronger than Larkin, was able to bounce off him. Larkin still explaining to the officials exactly why that wasn't a foul, but in the meantime, Mirotic will try to make it a 3-point play and go up to 14 points personal, which he does. Leading his team now. 1-point margin. Will this be the tale of the rest of the contest? A close game. Efes have been up by double digits at times here tonight. Barca have never led. Misic, lovely pass, and it's finished by Stanley, who had to take some contact on the way through, but great pass from Misic, and a technical foul is out on the coach. Or I think it's on Larkin. Well, Egan Ataman not happy either. I said in the first half he's been quiet tonight, but the technical foul has been called on Larkin. So Kuric takes advantage of that, and you can only assume that Larkin felt there was a foul on Stanley as he scored the basket at the other end that wasn't whistled. So Larkin now, with that technical, is on 3 fouls. So a decision for Ataman. Does he leave him in? He has done at the moment. Kalafis. Mirotic sets the screen. and takes the pass, pump fakes, long two is up, and of course it is good. Mirotic is fully finding his flow, and we are tied here. Barca with the strong start to the second half. Larkin still on the game on 3 fouls. Mirotic up to 16 points. Larkin away from Davies, floats the pass to Singleton, who misplaces his feed for Sanley. Efes are being held up here in this second half. Only 5 points for them in coming up to 4 minutes. Here's Higgins. Barca with a chance to go in front for the first time. Any score here will do it. Higgins pulls it back in. He's only got 5 seconds now. He's going to have to shoot. It's off the mark. Kuric with a great rebound. And a very astute pass to Kalathis to start again. Davies sets the screen, rolls to the basket, but Kalathis does not come close to finding him. The timing on the passing well off there. Misic. Simon back for Larkin for 3, short. Mirotic takes the rebound. Larkin hasn't really got going yet. We've had moments from him, but only moments. He's not taken over the game in the way that he can, but here's a foul on Mirotic, the offensive foul. Only his first, as the intensity continues to be playoff level. And there was an elbow to the face, in fact. It led to the whistle. Foul on Mirotic. Kalathis has gone to the bench and is getting some intense coaching from Jasikevicius with Adam Hanger in. Here's Sancerre again! And it's once more Setash Stanley throwing it down. Simon feeding him, and another dunk from Stanley, who's up to 10 points now, 5 rebounds. Hanger finds Davies. Mirotic for 3, yes, no! And it said hello to the net there, and then, no, sorry, I'm fooling you, I'm not going to drop through. Not going to give Barca their first lead. Midway through the third, Larkin. Simon takes it and drives inside and is fouled as he goes up by Kuric. There's that throw down by Sanley over Higgins. Great pass. No look from Simon. And so we head into a timeout. Efes still up by 2 only, though. They've managed to prevent Barca from moving into the lead. We'll go into the Barcelona huddle.
Corey, excellent shot. Nico, excellent shot. All right, Kyle, excellent shot.
Just update you quickly elsewhere. Very close game going on down the coast. 54-53 to Valencia over Cesca. Midway through the third there.
Right, offensively, a little bit of the patience. Let's go the same offense. Nico, you go for Kyle. Adam is here. Corey is here. All right? And Kyle, Brandon, you are staying high at the end. And Kyle, up to you to pick or to slip. But as long as you're going with good speed, it's going to be all right. Also, here, Larkin, we have freaking fouls. Use 1, no 3s. Go.
Foul Shane Larkin, that's the message. Barca do have fouls to give. They've only committed 2 in this quarter, as have Efes. One of those by Barca was Kuric meeting Simon, who will, as a result, now go to the foul line. It will be a chance for his first points of the night. You see, he's got 4 assists, but he hasn't scored yet. He's only taken on 2 shots. This is his first free throw, and he's made it. Efes still just protecting that lead. It's up to 4 points again now, having seen Barca claw back to tie the game early in the quarter. Hanger, Kuric, Higgins, Mirotic, Davies on the floor for Barcelona. Hanger trying to drive away from Misic, who fouls him. His third. So at the moment, Ergin Ataman is leaving in Larkin and Misic on 3 fouls. Here's Kuric. Davies. Hanger was cutting to the basket. Davies holding onto the ball now, falling backwards, off balance, shot clock pressure. Never looked clear-minded about what he wanted to do there, Davies. Simon. Well, now he's finding his scoring touch. He hadn't scored at all. 4 points in succession. Very smoothly floated in by Kruno. And it's a 6-0 run for the visiting team. Here's Higgins trying to finish that. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Davies with the big rebound, but he got away from him. Singleton is able to feed the pass on for Simon. Hanger with the steal. And Adam Hanger will try to go all the way. And he's met by Singleton, who did enough. And now it's 3-on-1 for Efes. One of those is Larkin. Misses the open 3. Maybe not that open because Kuric was quick to get over there, get a hand up. But Larkin would still expect to make that. Another sign that he's not really found his rhythm yet. Bit of a let-off for Barca there. But now they've got an offensive foul called on Davies, who's probably going to have to go to the bench because that's his third. Efes just threatening to break this game open here. They had a real chance on the previous possession with a 3-on-1 break. Coach Jasikovic just not looking happy with how things are unfolding. Davies does go to the bench. Pierre Oriola in for the first time this half. Larkin on the crossover, finds a way through, and with the foul, he does finish this time. Is he about to take off? It's always going to happen at some point with Shane Larkin. That was his first 2-point attempt of the game. Fouled by Kuric. And he can make it a 3-point play. And this run now for Efes, I say they're threatening to break open the game. They've made it a 9-point lead with a 9-0 run. Larkin up to 11. Watch out, Barca. This is a dangerous time in the game for the home team. Kuric for 3 to try and spark them, but that's not going to work either. Simon in transition. Shoots over Hanger. Can't get it to go. Kuric, great hustle. Makes the save. But Barca just hanging on at the moment. Mirotic for 3. Come off the hour. Well, you need your key man to step up, and that's what Mirotic did. Rescuing Barca there. Now Larkin at the other end. The stars are on the show. This big-time matchup. Larkin going to run past Oriola, and he's going to scoop it up. No 3-point play this time, but it will be free throws. As Hanger fouls him. Only his first of the game. Simon is having a break as Roddy Beaubois comes into the action. And Leo Westerman checks in place of Kuric for the home team. Larkin back at the foul line. He's made all 3. And he's made all 4. So, big couple of minutes coming up in this game. Barca are traditionally strong in the 4th quarter. They need to still be within touching distance. Mirotic with the air ball. Followed it in as soon as that came out of his hand. He knew it was no good and was chasing after it, but he couldn't get there. And Efes now have the chance to move back into a double-digit lead. Larkin might take on the shot over Oriola here. Instead he finds Misic. 5 seconds for him to work with. Shoots over Hanger. He was fouled. So although the shot is no good, there will be 3 free throws. 2 fouls in quick succession against Adam Hanger, maybe out of a bit of fatigue. He's been in the game for a few minutes now. And I think rather than the foul in the process of shooting, it was in the process of landing. We saw that earlier in the game, that the officials are hot on that, allowing a landing area. It was a result of the J.C. Carroll injury for Real Madrid recently. And Misic missing the first. He's been much better field goal shooter than free throw shooter tonight. He only made 2 of 4. Now 3 of 5. Believe that's his first points of the second half. Doj Balbai has checked in to give Shane Larkin a break. And Nikola Mirotic also going to the bench, with Roland Smits returning to the action. Balbai, noted for his defense, is guarding Corey Higgins at the moment. And he's on the ball now. Higgins gets away from Balbai with the help of the screen of Oriola. And that was enough to create space for Higgins to drive through and score only his second field goal of the night. 1.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's Rudy Bobois. Great first quarter, hasn't scored since. Misic going to drive inside again. And again the foul. They're adding up these free throws now. Was that Oriola? Hanger was trying to get a hand in as well, but Oriola with the contact. And he heads to the bench. Brandon Davies returns. And Sanley to the bench with Bryant Dunstan back in. We've only seen 6 minutes of Dunstan so far tonight. Very quiet game from him, but that is because Sanley has been playing so well to allow it. Splits his free throws again. 20 points in the game for him now. And a 9-point game. Higgins gets away from James Anderson, who's just come in for Efes. Now Hanger away from Bobois, off the glass, but Moment swats it away. Alert play by Adrian Moment. And no goaltending because it was off the rim. And now Bobois at the other end. Again, Efes with the chance for the double-digit lead. Bobois shoots over Smits, it's not going to go. Vesterman hands the rebound down to Davies, gets it back to him, back from Davies, who has it now on the perimeter and will attack Dunstan. They have foul to give. That's only the 4th. Wise of Dunstan to use it there, his first in the game. Any more fouls and there would be free throws, but that was a good foul from Dunstan. Good game awareness. Sergi Martinez is coming back in. We saw him start for Barcelona, but he hasn't played since the first quarter. Here he is, handing it off and losing it. Vesterman losing out to Balbai, and he was fouled from behind by Vesterman. So it'll be more free throws for Efes, who haven't found the field goals particularly easy to come by in this third quarter. But they are doing it from the line, increasing that lead. As Hanger back in for Martinez and Mirotic back in for Smits. Saras trying to find a formula here. Doj Balbai will go to the line and misses first. If they taken better advantage of their free throws. Efes would already be well into the double-digit lead. Made 16 of 21 now. Balbay can't get either. Another reprieve for Barca, who will have the last play of the third quarter. Shot clock switched off. No fouls to give now. Balbay trying to defend Higgins, who is fouled by Dunstan, so Higgins to the line. Efes will get the ball again. And a quartet of substitutions being made, with Smits, Kalafis, Martinez and Oriola all coming back in. So only Higgins staying out there. Larkin returns for Efes, knowing that they have one play and 8 seconds. Barca just hanging on at the moment to make the game competitive going into the fourth, but they could easily be trailing by a lot more than they are. Which is 7. Dunstan checks out. Simon comes in. So it's Larkin, Misic, Beaubois, Simon and Merman. All the ball handlers are out there. Will it stay in the hands of Larkin? He's onto Oriola, kicks it on to Merman, and they ran out of time. Good defense from Barca, preventing Larkin from finding the time to either get the shot away or release a clean pass. And so they get the stop at the end of the quarter, but it's a quarter that Efes will be happy with because they've increased their lead to 7, 65-72. Well, Shane Larkin with the triple got Efes on the board early in the third, but it was Barcelona who made a better start. Mirotic with a 3-point play, and they got back on level terms at one point. We saw a couple of big dunks by Sanley. This was the second of them. And Simone getting hot as well with 4 points in a row. Mirotic has done his best for Barcelona and has jumped up to 19 points now, but not enough. Efes still with the advantage, and big part of that is turnovers. 10 more committed by Barca. It's been a tale of the game all the way through. Mirotic was the man of the quarter. 8 points scored. And they'll need a big final period from their key man. It's the fourth quarter when Saras routinely rolls out the big guns. Mirotic, Higgins, Kalafis, Davies, one man there. Alex Abrines often among that group, but he is out at the moment with a muscle injury. Victor Claver as well, sitting next to him on the sideline. Claver has been out most of the season, and we don't have a date yet on his return. So we're ready to go for the fourth. Misic, Larkin, Simon, Mormon, Dunstan in the game for Efes, who have the first possession. Remember, Larkin and Misic are both on 3 fouls. Dunstan coming to set the screen. Larkin has got the switch onto Davies. Finds Merman. Merman inside, almost losing it. Scrappy possession, but it ends up with Merman in the corner for the 3. Can't take advantage of it. Davies just about able to clutch the rebound with Dunstan in attendance. Davies in transition, spinning, wants to go all the way, but he misses. Dunstan picks up the loose ball. Slightly surprising that Larkin didn't take on the shot on the previous possession. Instead, Offloading to Merman. Now the foul is on Higgins here. Had a mismatch against Dunstan that he didn't like. So, plenty of contact. Second foul of the game on Higgins. Misic. Whoa. Well, when things are going your way, they're going your way. The high bounce and then the drop through the hoop for Misic. 7 of 8 two-pointers now. 9-point margin. Higgins. Going underneath the basket. Still time. He took his eye off the ball, though, and very nearly lost it. He was able to find Davies. Smits can't keep hold of it. Bounces out in the end, and another turnover. It had been threatened earlier in the possession when Higgins was a little sloppy. And you know what he is thinking about. Why do we keep on turning the ball over? 17 now from Barca. There it is, 17-6. And is a major reason for Efes's lead. Larkin trying to get through a gap. Came off the foot of Brandon Davies, who tried to kid the referee that there had been a last touch off Larkin. Hanger in the game to replace Corey Higgins now. Here's Simon. Misic going to drive inside, finds Larkin now, and he runs into Smits. Larkin has been in and out of the game, didn't start. It concerns maybe over the injury he picked up at the weekend. He is up to 22 minutes now, 13 points, but we know he's always only potentially seconds away from a 10-point explosion. Not that time, though. Whistle blown on the rebound as Merman tried to grab it. He's an outstanding rebounder, and he was fouled, I think, by Hanger, yeah. Former teammates clashing there. Of course, Adrian Merman had one season here, playing with Adam Hanger. Barca on 3 fouls already in this quarter. Larkin to the corner for Simon, who steps back off the mark. And Efes missing the shots. If they were making some more of their shots, they could have a game-winning advantage already here. But they're allowing Barca to stay in the game at the moment. Kalathis to Kuric. Davies was battling for position with Dunstan, who battled too hard. Whistle blown. And that's the third on Dunstan, who's only been in the game for 10 minutes, but he heads out now with Sanley returning. Sanley, 10.6 rebounds. Excellent contribution from him, having been given the start. Hanger gives it back to Kalathis. Quiet night for him. 3 points, 4 assists. Merman with a huge rebound. Here's Misic. Larkin. Just got a feeling Efes could put this game to bed here. Oh, what a feed from Larkin. The quarterback pass to the end zone for Sanley to do the rest of the job. And another dunk for Sanley off the outstanding pass from Larkin, who's finding ways to hurt Barca even though he's not scoring. Timeout called by the home side, and it is 11-point lead again now for Efes. And we'll take this timeout as an opportunity to look at our 7 days magic moment of the game. There was one particularly spectacular moment, easy choice tonight for the magic moment. Very end of the first half. Brandon Davies not going to score from there, is he? Yes, he is. Banks it in. His first 3-pointer of the season. a hopeful heave from halfway at half-time. And he was able to make that three, and it's the three-point shooting that has kept Barcelona in the game. They've made 7 of 11. And that excellent percentage is why they've still got half a hope of coming back here, because they have been largely outplayed by Efes tonight. So the magic moment of the game is for Brandon Davies. But now it's already approaching crunch time for Barca. They've got the 5 key players out there now, and it's now or never really in this game. Kalafis, Higgins, Kuric, Mirotic and Davies. Barca need a strong 2 or 3 minutes here or the game is gone. Kalafis goes inside, falls back out by Misic. Davies setting the screen. Kalafis with the shot, nowhere near. Not being a good game for Nick Kalafis. Here's Larkin in transition. Has Misic for company. Merman setting the half screen for him. Misic going all the way, kicks it out. Simon for 3. No. Another chance for Efes to hammer home their advantage. They've missed 3 good looks from long range in this quarter that if they made even one of them, they would be 14 up now. And foul in the end there, whistled on Stanley as he blocked the route through for Corey Higgins. Simone is going to check out, and Beaubois comes in. Now, if they can give him the kind of open looks that the other players haven't been able to take from beyond the arc, Beaubois, you would think, will take them with his shooting skills. Trying to get another stop first, though. Kalafis kicks it back out for Mirotic, who draws the foul. He's trying to convince the referee it was a shooting foul, but it wasn't. It's the 3rd in the quarter on Efes, and the 3rd in the game on Merman. Efes have 4 players in the game now on 3 fouls. Larkin, Stanley, Merman and Misic. Higgins, double-teamed. Out for Kuric, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fed inside for Davies, great ball movement, but great defense as well, and Higgins with the shot clock violation. Barca didn't get it away in time. That is outstanding defense, because Barca were moving the ball well, good spacing, but still they could not get an open look. As Higgins prepared to shoot on the perimeter, he had a man in his face. It was Misic, and another turnover. As we see, the starting 5 points for Efes being outstanding. Those 5 players have done a great job. Now Davies fouling Larkin, and that'll be his 4th. So the decision now for Jasikevičius, who's going to leave him in. No, he's not. Periola now is going to come in. Looked for a moment as though he would stay on the bench. Kuric has gone to the bench with Vesterman coming in. He'll probably play defense on Beaubois. Stanley. Misic. He's going to take on the 3. Another miss. Vesterman with the rebound. 5 minutes to play. 11 points the margin. Higgins for 3. Not going to go. Oriola with the rebound. How they needed that. They get it back to single digits. It's not flowing for Barcelona, but they are still in the game, because Efes keep on missing the shots in this quarter. They've only scored 4 points, Efes, in this final quarter. And now, back into the game comes Shane Larkin to make a mockery of that stat. It had been a long time coming, but he is finally back on target, Shane Larkin, and again, the foul is on the landing. Corey Higgins. Larkin makes the 4-point play, and is that the moment to seal the deal here? He's up to 17 points, despite it not being his most fluent game. 13 points the difference. Kalafis on the crossover, takes on the 3 and makes it. Well, Kalafis has only got 6 points tonight. They've all come from long range. And it's back to 10. And they need to keep on stopping Efes, though. That triple from Larkin has to only be an isolated outbreak. Otherwise, Efes are going to win this game. Misic misses. He's suddenly gone cold after barely missing in the first 30 minutes. Kalafis goes round Oriola and then tries to lay it up. Sanley with the big rebound. Kalafis is convinced he was fouled. They're playing 5-on-4 at the moment, Efes. Larkin, guarded by Mirotic, spins away, crosses over, and again, and goes through, and kicks it out, and draws the foul in the end. Just so slippery is Shane Larkin. Mirotic in the end fouling him, and that will send him back to the line. Larkin, once again, being the difference maker when it matters. He's drawn 9 fouls now, which has helped boost his score with all those free throws. He stays perfect now, 8 of 8, 19 points. He's close to his average against Barca of 20, and 12 points the margin. Efes in full control now, despite a poor start to the quarter offensively. They've found their flow now through Larkin. 6 points in a row for him. Let's listen to Saras.
Wait, let's go the flare of the post. Let's go the flare of the post. Nick is a passer. Brandon is high. Cross pick. Nico ball in the post. Okay. Okay. Nick. Corey here. Leo is here. All right. One dribble. Nico dribble out. Nick. After handoff, don't go too deep. One dribble. Brandon, find Nico. When this is happening, Leo and Corey, you exchange. Let's go. Ooh, nice stretch.
So last chance for Barca in this game. It's got to be perfect from here on in if they're to protect their position at the top of the standings. Well, depending on how things transpire in Valencia, where an equally big game for Jessica. They're trailing by 2, I can tell you at the moment. Midway through the final quarter, 74-72. Actually, they've just tied it up, 74 apiece. And we've got a clock issue here. It started going a little too early, so we'll start again. And now they're having trouble restarting it. We need 24, please, not... That's more like it. And we're ready to go. Quickly resolved. Move on. 3.5 minutes to go. There we go. 77-77 now in Valencia. What a game there. First and second in the league. Struggling tonight. Mirotic with the foul by Merman. He sensed that Merman was very close to him there. Mirotic, so said, fine, I'll take that contact and I'll go to the line. It is a veteran move by Mirotic, who, if he can make the free throws, will make it a single-digit game. Merman's fourth. No surprise to hear that Mirotic is the leading scorer for Barca tonight. 20 points now. Make that 21 with another free throw to come. Barca have been good from the line, better than Efes. 14 of 17 against 19 of 25. Mirotic perfect on that trip. Larkin with the full press, evades it, finds Bobois. And now Misic. Long possessions now will suit Efes. Moving towards the final 3 minutes, if they can take 20 seconds or so off the clock before they get the shot away. Perfect for them. That's what Larkin is doing. And he just beats the buzzer, but he can't get it to go, but they get the rebound. Even better for Efes. Merman it was, flying in. And so Misic will let it run down low now. 3 seconds. He will step back and fire. And again, they're off the mark, but again, they get the offensive board. And this will take, what, best part of a minute out of the game before Barca get the ball back. These 3 chances to score. Misic goes inside, finds Merman, reverse is good on the buzzer. And that was the perfect possession in the end for Efes, because they ended up scoring, taking nearly a minute out of the game with the 2 offensive rebounds, and it's close to being over now. 11 points the margin. Barca have to score here. Davies. Back for Higgins for 3. Yes, makes it. They're keeping themselves somehow afloat, just. Higgins with the triple, up to 15 points. They're going to start getting stops as well, and once again we see Efes knowing exactly the situation of the game, that clock management, use the seconds as their friend. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Misic on the crossover. Larkin beats the buzzer, doesn't make the shot. Another offensive rebound, and this is killing Barca. Killing them. 4 possessions in a row, so 3 offensive rebounds for Efes. And now Larkin with the floater, doesn't go, and the foul is whistled against him, his 4th. But really, the damage was done with the offensive rebound. Hasn't been a feature of the game, particularly offensive rebounds, but it has in these last couple of minutes. It'll be free throws. And so Barca still have hope. Davies can go to the line and make it a 6-point game. And it's free throws because it was judged to be a foul after the shot. So it therefore becomes a defensive foul in effect. A lifeline for Barca in crunch time, 80 seconds to play. And Davies can make it a 6-point game. And he does, so they still have hope. Somehow, improbably, against all the odds in this game, Efes haven't had it won yet. Their 3-point shooting has really let them down tonight. 7 of 23. They've had some good looks in the 4th quarter. This game should be all over already. But Barca are hanging in there. They are, of course, up against it. With 80 seconds to play and a 6-point margin to overcome. But if Efes keep on missing, maybe, you never know. Let's listen.
Double down. First, Rod is there. First, we go there. 14 seconds. Okay. Watch the press break here. Shane is over there. Okay. Rodi is on the middle. Here is Adrian, and here is Micic. Pick to Micic here. Come, Adrian, watch the ball. Then if Adrian is in the ball, you come there, Shane comes there. Make the four corner. Okay, in offense we play four corner.
Rodi,
But Adrian is the player to come to pick and roll. You are the player to outside. Okay, he's going with the ball.
One more score should do it for Efes, you would feel. And they are sending out Larkin, Beaubois, Micic, Moment, and Sanli in an attempt to do so. Barca have Kalafis, Higgins, Vesterman applying the full court press. Larkin gets away from it, got to get past half court, does so, sends it long. They evaded that press well. Now it's Sanli on Davies, who was trying to get the offensive foul called, it wasn't. And they're taking the time off the clock, and now Micic will drive, and he is fouled. And the shout of no, no, no from Šarūnas Jasikevičius, which even here up here in the commentary position. Vesterman had a hand on him, yeah. Mirotic back in now to replace Martinez, who was in for his defense on that possession. But that went well for Efes. They escaped the full court press. They took seconds off the clock, and they end up at the foul line with Micic, who's made 5 of 8 today. And if we go up to an 8-point game now with a minute to play, that should be the ball game for Efes. Looking to make it 5 wins out of 6 and continue the march up the table. Micic is good. 24 points for him now. Higgins. Barca need quick possessions in contrast to Efes. Kalafis is taking on the 3. Oh! He's made it as well. Well, 9 points for Kalafis tonight, all in 3-pointers. Again, we see the press. Beaubois gets away from it pretty easily this time, and they're going to keep it, take time off the clock. Larkin to Beaubois. Do Barca foul them? They're going to defend it with a 5-point margin. Hope they get a stop here, and then they'll have 20 seconds to play with. Larkin for the game, no, and Barca get 22 seconds. If they score here, it'll be a 1-possession game. Vesterman for 3, makes it, and it's a 2-point margin. The quick foul now has to come in from Barca. They can't afford another long possession. Mirotic is limping. It was Higgins who picked up the foul. But Leo Vesterman keeping the game alive somehow with these triples. Kalafis the one previously. And those 6 points have made it a 2-point margin. 11-2 is the run for Barca to make it close. Now, if Micic makes both of these, Efes should still be good. If he misses one, it's only a 3-point game, and then they have to decide how to defend it. And he's made the first. So this for a 4-point margin. And then they can just try to force Barca to lose as many seconds as possible before they get a shot away. He does make it, so Efes can breathe again. Now Vesterman. Can he hit another one? Davies is going to try for another one. No good. Mirotic rebounds. No good. At the second attempt it is. 2-point margin, 5 seconds. Barca need a quick foul. Kalafis can't get to Micic. They're going to take the end of the game here as Sanli is fouled with 0.2. Barca couldn't get the quick foul, but there is a slight glimmer because as Davies fouls out, that was his 5th, because Sanli missed the layup. Had he scored it, it would have been game over, no doubt. Kalafis felt he fouled there, but it wasn't whistled, so they had to get to them here instead. And it's Kuric who's come in for his three-point shooting if Barca get the chance. So if Stanley misses one, then 0.2 on the clock. I just wonder if they're going to look at whether it was a foul by Kalathis. Well, we're going to have a review here, which will be for the clock. We may review whether there was a foul there by Kalathis as well, but they're also going to review when exactly was the foul made. It was before 0.2. So they're going to give a couple more tenths of seconds back. Are they? To Barca, maybe not. But what we would expect to see Stanley doing here is missing deliberately the second. Whatever he does with the first, miss the second, and there'll be no time for Barca to do anything than... Well, he misses the first, but now surely he has to miss the second. And we see Efes retreating already. Does miss the second, but Merman grabs it and puts it away. And Kalathis is arguing maybe about encroachment by Merman, but it doesn't matter because the game is over. Efes made hard work of it in the end, but they have got the victory and they deserved it. They have taken it ultimately to gain their second win of the season over Barcelona, whose run of 6 consecutive wins is over. Efes have conquered the Palau Blaugrana tonight.